What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to tonight's Profit Power Hour. You should all be able to see our little, welcome screen here. So give me a 1 in the chat box if you could see that. Cool. So my team is always looking at the questions box just to make sure everybody can see everything, hear everything, and all that good stuff. Yeah, so tonight we have a really cool training. It's kind of a part 2 training because we had a lot of questions based off of last week. So we're going to go into a bit more detail on that because we're talking about launching Facebook ads now, right? And that's the goal here is launching a Facebook ad and doing it in 20 days. Launching multiple products in 20 days that could generate a profit. And we're going to get into all that here pretty soon. We're just kind of waiting for everybody to pile in the room. So while we do that, let's go through our welcome screen. I'm going to share my camera in a second. So at the tippy top here, we got our free trial link to Shopify. If you don't yet have a Shopify store, just make sure that you go to this link to start your store. Of course, you don't have to, but this is my partner link with Shopify. So when you go to this, you'll see my image. You'll even get an email from Shopify that gives you some free gifts from me, which is really cool. It's something that I worked with Shopify on and partnered with them on. A lot of people ask me, how I got my image like on Shopify.com and all that good stuff. And I've just been teaching for so long. I have been doing e-commerce for so long. I've been teaching e-commerce for so long that Shopify recognized that, not only am I sticking with my students, but that I have a lot of success stories that come from, my training. Many of which are many of you that are currently in this room right now. So when you click on that link, this is what you're going to see, or not click, but type that in, profitph.com/Shopify. And so there'll be a video from me and a special email that you'll get from them. Shopify tracks everybody that goes through this page too. And it's kind of a way of holding me accountable as a certified e-commerce mentor. So as you know, I'm certified by Shopify. They've gone through my training. They've been monitoring me for 7+ years now, I think it is. And we do some really cool stuff together. But when you go through this link, it ties you to me. And I don't make any money. When you make money or anything like that, it's more so Shopify can see that I referred you, and they can see how long you can have your Shopify store for and all that good stuff. And obviously, if people are signing up for Shopify through me and they're canceling the next month, that means they're not learning very much and my training's not working. So it's a great way to hold me accountable as well. Does that make sense? Yes. So if you already have a store, then don't worry about it. But if you want to start a second store, then definitely go through that link, and that will give you all the little extras and goodies and whatnot that Shopify put together for my students. So over here on the right hand side, we have all of my social media, and it just, I say this every week, but it just like keeps expanding. But these are the social media outlets that you could find me on. Now, that being said, Facebook, I post content every week, Instagram almost every day, YouTube once a week, TikTok, I'm getting started. I've accumulated like 12,000 followers or something on TikTok, and I'm going all in on TikTok this year. You got Snap and you got Clubhouse. Make sure that you follow the accounts with the verified badges for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as Twitter, because there are a lot of fake scam accounts that are not mine. The other thing is we have some great Shopify tools, so check those out. These are tools that can plug into your Shopify store and help you automate different processes on your store. And then our essential fulfillment apps over here, which we talk about every week. We can't forget those. So you got Zendrop, Pillow Profits, Shine on Jewelry. It's imperative that you go through all of these links because I negotiate special deals with vendors and drop shippers and whatnot to get you the best possible scenario when you join their platform. Like Zendrop is a free platform, but if you upgrade and you go through my link, you get a huge discount. Shine On is completely free, but sometimes they do some exclusive product releases for my students. Pillow Profits always has done some amazing things for my students. So make sure that you go through those links there, okay? So let me just zoom out now. Now that we got that kind of taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and share my webcam now. So let's go ahead and get that on. Which camera? Should be this one. Yep, it is. All right, so everybody should be able to see me now. What's up? Looks like the stream is coming in decently strong here. All right, if you are new to the Profit Power Hour, also you get access to a completely free members area. I go through this every week, and I hope that y'all don't hate me for it, but every week we have, we have someone new join. So everyone has access to the Access Adrian portal, and you go in here if you're a brand new member for free. You have access to this Profit Power Hour members area, and when you click on that, you'll be able to enjoy all the years of training that I've done, but also just each week, go back and watch these trainings. Like last week we did the drip test profit method. This week we're doing part 2 of that. I'm going to explain a little bit more about that process, but you go back and watch that, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notifications about when these videos drop. All right, so is everybody with me still? Yes? Cool, awesome. All right, so you have access to all of these assets, and right now just jump over to our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/profitph. Tell everybody to pop in because we're about to get started with the training. We're going to call it part 2 of our drip test method, and it's an old school method that we're seeing works now with info products, with e-commerce products. Facebook marketing has changed. Like this year has been the most dramatic change in Facebook that I've seen since I started. It's incredible. And change is not a bad thing, right? Change gets pushed back. Change sometimes means that you have to hit the reset button in different places, but ultimately you evolve or you die. Online, in business and entrepreneurship, you have to evolve or die. And I like that because it keeps the real ones in the game. And you're obviously getting training from me each week. I keep you in the game. So you get to kind of copy what I do. I'm doing all the hard work for you and then just showing you, what works off of my dime, off of my time. All right, so go to the Facebook group, tell everybody to pop in here. We have a Facebook group with 19,400 members currently in it. So if you're not in, make sure you go to that URL, you join in all the fun. And at the end of this, I'm giving away $100. So I'm really excited about that. All right. Now, if you weren't here last week, definitely go watch the replay in our free members area. But this week, what I want to do is I want to pull up the training that we did last week, and I want to explain it in more detail, and I'm going to draw out an actual launch checklist for you, because the goal here is to launch Facebook ads, right? Using our $5 flash sale strategy. You could be using the free plus shipping strategy. You could be selling a retail product. It doesn't matter, okay? But what the theme we're going with here is $5 flash sales, because it's easy to get sales when you sell cheap stuff and you use sizzle and buzz type offers. All right, so the idea is in 20 days for you to find at least one, home run product. And in order to run ads and find a product, you got to have a budget, right? So when you're running Facebook ads, you got a budget and you're spending money. Now, the good thing is that the way I teach my students to get started is I show you these low budget frameworks. And does that mean that you can't do higher budgets? No, it doesn't. If you just want to blow money, you got more budget, sure. You spend a little bit more, you get data faster, right? But if you're on a low budget, this is something that $5 to $10 a day you can take advantage of. So that's like, a Starbucks trip a day. But the difference is that you don't just get a 2 to 3 hour jolt of sugar and caffeine. The result ends up being in a potentially life-changing, right? A life-changing Facebook ad that hits with one product that could crush it and really launch your e-commerce empire. So we're saying like $10 a day max. I would say $5 to $10. And most people, I'm not going to go over this in detail. I don't like repeating myself every week, but I know we have new people on here. Most people, when they launch ads, they launch these conversion ads. Okay. So in other words, they come over here at Facebook. Let me just find Facebook real fast. Okay, so let's open up Facebook here. Okay. Okay, so they open up Facebook. This is a clean slate account, like there's nothing in it. But anyways, they open up Facebook and they say, I want to create an ad. And Facebook's like, okay, well, what kind of ad do you want to create? We went over this last week: awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, apps, and sales. Well, common sense tells oneself that our goal is to generate sales, right? Like, we don't just want traffic, we want sales. So 10 out of 10 times, newbies say, oh, sales, click. And the thing about this is, while this is the best way to generate sales, is if you're brand spanking new, or you're tapping into a niche that you don't already have an audience for, data for, it's gonna take time for you to get traffic, let it dial in. Because see, the biggest change with Facebook this year is that Facebook has eliminated a lot of the detailed targeting. And when I say they've eliminated a lot of the detailed targeting, I mean those very precise keywords. And since 2015, actually since way before 2015, when I was launching ads, when I was launching a new product, I was relying on these precise, very tight keywords, and I use something called the 4 phases of targeting. And we still use that, but it's evolved and it's changed a little bit. And the thing about these precise keywords is, for example, let's see if I could just come in here and I'll show you real fast. We're telling Facebook that we want to get sales, okay? When we get over here to the point where we just wanted to, target, and we're brand new, what we would do is we would put in our age group that we're targeting, our gender, okay? And then right here where it says detailed targeting, we would put in very specific keywords. So if we're selling a dog product, instead of typing in dog, which in a second is going to pop up a keyword that has 491 million people within, what we would do is we would type in dog lover. Okay, now dog lovers, 31 million people. So maybe we would type in I love my dog, which is very precise and very specific. See how this one has 9 million people? I want you to see how this goes. Dogs, 491 million people. Dog lover, which is a little bit more specific, 31 million people, which you could see here When I hover over this, it pulls up. I know it's kind of small. I wish I could zoom in, but I can't. 31 million people. But then I type in, I love my dog, and you get 9 million. So this is called precise targeting. And with conversion ads, if you're brand spanking new, precise targeting is key. It's very key because you're trying to narrow your audience down to the group of people, the avatar, right, that you're looking for, your dream customer, if you will, and get to the ones that have the money to spend on your e-commerce store. Does that make sense? Yes. Now with dogs, which is my main niche, I haven't had to pivot as much because they haven't eliminated a lot of the detailed targeting for this particular keyword. Now they've eliminated a lot. They've eliminated like 50% of the targeting that I've been using for many, many years, but they still have like the I love my dog. They used to have let's see if it's still in here, heart my dog, which is gone. So like I heart my dog used to be a keyword that would come up with like 600,000 people in it. Very specific and very tailored, but it's not there anymore, right? So Facebook this year went in and they eliminated a lot of detailed targeting, especially if it was political related, religious related, or health related. So Facebook isn't wanting necessarily, two things happening here, okay? Two things happening. One is Facebook is really trying to eliminate advertisers calling out people by their exact religion or faith or a medical condition because it creeps them out. Like if you have, a scoliosis, okay, and all of a sudden you see an ad for a back product that says your scoliosis could be cured if you wore this back brace. You're going to be like, what the heck? And that's exactly what people were doing is they were saying, how does Facebook know that I have scoliosis or spina bifida or whatever the heck it is? I know I said that wrong. How do they know that, I'm a Methodist, Baptist, Catholic, or, whatever? And it's crazy because people aren't always putting that information on their profiles, right? So Facebook was using other data, other means of data to acquire and assume this information, be it right, wrong, or accurate or inaccurate. And so Facebook started eliminating a lot of detailed targeting. Apple with iOS, really put a wrench in a lot of the data that and tracking that Facebook got as well, right? So what Facebook did is, my understanding is, and there's a lot of theories on this and a lot of opinions, but Facebook pivoted to saying, use our algorithm. We're going to get rid of these crazy narrow down keywords because maybe we're not getting all that data anymore, enough data to support that. And we're going to want you to use our algorithm, our AI, our intelligence, because it's brilliant. But the problem with that is if you're on a super low budget, it takes a while and some time for that algorithm to find your customer. Facebook wants you to hit a broad audience. They want you to come in and hit audiences with 10 million plus people in it, like I love my dog, right? They want you to hit this keyword. As a matter of fact, they really just want you to hit this keyword with 31 million people. And they want you to rely on their intelligence, give the ad some time to find who your customer is. Like it will find it if you let it continue to run. If you have a good product, right, that is a fit for this audience, Facebook will find the audience that's going to buy that product. Now, because this has changed a little bit, used to, I could come in here and I could type in diabetes, and it would pull up like 30 or 40 keywords for diabetes. So if I was selling a diabetic product, I could hit a lot of people with diabetes. Now, this is still here for now. Drive to Stop Diabetes 300. It's got 600, 700,000 people in it, which is great. But where are all the other keywords that could add up to, 5 million, 6 million bullseye targeted people, right? So I could type in diabetic, slightly different variation on the word. And I think something's going to come up. Let's see. Maybe I can hit this in, then hit suggestions. And look at their suggestions. Their suggestions suck. Sugar, health and wellness, personal care, Splenda, sugar substitutes, right? I mean, come on. Like, what? Right? What they're wanting you to do is go broad. Okay. So does this mean that Facebook doesn't work anymore? No, Facebook kills it. It crushes it. It's an amazing platform to make money on, but you have to pivot a little bit. So that's why last week I started showing you this other strategy, because you can actually build and create your own precise audiences. So if Facebook took away all the keywords for diabetes or scoliosis or whatever that we use to target, you can actually go in and still create those audiences, but you have to make them yourself. And it takes a little bit of time. But if you go broad, Facebook intelligence will find your winning customer. Okay. But again, it takes a little bit more time to do that, a little bit more budget to dial in. If you have a hot ad and you're hitting it with a hot audience, you're going to see it pop, and you could see it pop the same day. Like the same day that we launch ads, we see sales. I'm going to say that again. The same day that we launch ads, we see sales. Okay. But we're really good, right? We know what we're doing. Our ads are hot. Our audience targeting is hot. Our pixel is seasoned, right? There's all these things a beginner works up to, right? You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to start in order to be great. So I'm going to show you how to get started. So yes, there are still a lot of precise keywords left, like other keywords I would use. Dog rescue. This was like these are heaters, just heater keywords here. Rocket dog rescue, SA dog rescue, but they got rid of a lot of these as well, but there's still a good bit here. So if you're in the dog niche, like these are just baller, like super passionate keywords here that you could hit in the dog niche. And same goes with the wine niche. So, if we type in wine, you have things like wine tasting. You've got things like specific types like Italian wine, Spanish wine. These would still be considered precise style keywords, but there are a lot of keywords that were there that are no longer there. So like, wine magazine. There was one other one that was here before that's no longer exists, but there's still wine enthusiast magazine that you could hit. So I just don't want you, I guess what I'm saying here is I don't want you to think that all of the precise targeting is gone, just some. And the sum mostly is affected in from what I've seen, political, faith, religious targeting, and health conditions. So, these are the things that I've seen most affected when I'm going in and I'm targeting my ads. I'm like, oh wait, where was that one big golden targeting word that always was a big hitter for me? It's gone now. Where is it? So Facebook wants us to move to broad targeting. They want us to let their AI find our audience for us. And to be honest, like that's always been their goal. Like they've been very open about that for years. Like their goal is for you to go broad, which is less work, more scalable, and more profitable if it's done right. But back to my point. And my point is if you're on a low budget, running conversion ads and getting this high quality traffic is going to be more expensive. So you see here, let me maximize this so there's not distracting stuff in the background. This type of traffic, generally speaking, is going to be more expensive. okay? So it's going to be expensive traffic. Why? Because this is how Facebook separates the pools of traffic that you get. They're going to say, hey, if somebody's targeting for sales, then we're going to use the data that we have to find people that traditionally click off of Facebook, go to websites, and we know spend money. But because those people are so valuable and they're leaving our platform and going somewhere else, we're going to charge more money for this because it is premium tiered traffic, and we really want people to stay on Facebook, not leave Facebook. So what this means is, we went over this last week, less clicks, less comments, less everything, okay? And that's not good for us. So when we're running a $5 flash sale ad for a tactical watch, or a posture corrector, or whatever it is, right? And our margins are slim. We're trying to get customers that are mega passionate, and we're trying to do it fast. We're trying to roll through ads with a limited budget, launch an ad, and find what is going to have home run potential very, very quickly. Okay. So last week we also talked about some data points that we look at. Data points are click-through rate. One of the main data points that can tell you without a sale if your ad is going to be a hitter is the click-through rate. So looking at what your click-through rate is right there, okay? Now a click-through rate is the percentage of people that saw your ad that clicked it. So if 1,000 people saw your ad and you had, actually, you have 1,000 views, or let's say 100 views on your ad. It looks like last week I did some bad math, but let's just say that you have 100 views on an ad. Okay, 100 views, and you get a 3% click-through rate, then you've only got 3 clicks, right? Now, if you have 1,000 views, like I had, then you're going to get 30 clicks. I think I just got messed up with my own math right there. Duh. And I can't go back because I'm streaming this, so there is no editing and correcting, unfortunately. I'm just going to look stupid for a sec. But 100 views, 3% would give you 3 clicks, right? 1,000 views, 3% click rate would give you 30 clicks. And 1,000 views on Facebook, with this particular type of traffic is more expensive. So you're going to have to spend more money to get this data to figure out what your click rate is, or what your add to cart rate is, or what your sales rate is. And that's all fine and dandy. It's not a bad thing. And it's really easy to see what your click rate is, actually. If we jump over here to Facebook, you're able to look at these columns here. You'll see the performance columns. By default, Facebook is going to show you, on your campaigns, they're going to show you how many sales or results you've gotten, how many people you've reached, how many impressions you've got, how much money you pay on average per ad that you per sale that you get, how much money you spent. But when you're on a limited budget, you're going to start looking at other statistics. You're going to start looking at other data-driven statistics that are going to give you an idea of what's doing really well. So this is where we get through some important data, right? So you'll notice up here that I went from just the default performance view to performance and clicks. Now you'll see these columns change. It's going to show you how many impressions you got and how much you're paying per 1,000 impressions. Remember, I was just showing you on my whiteboard that you want to look at, what your click rate is on a per 1,000 impression basis. It's because, Facebook's got to show your ad to a couple of thousand people before you ever really get an accurate assessment of, what your click rate's going to be. So they're going to give you, hey, look, we're charging you $5 per 1,000 impressions. So it's going to cost you $15 to get 3,000 views, essentially, okay? And at that point, they'll give you what your click-through rate is. So your link click-through rate is what you want to look for, okay? Not your regular click rate. This could be, people that click the comment, like, to share. You're not looking for that, okay? What you're looking for is the click rate on the link that left Facebook, right? What percentage of people are seeing your ad and clicking the shop button and leaving Facebook? That's the click-through rate. I'm glad I remembered to point that out, because a lot of people say, oh, look, my click-through rate's 12%. Well, yeah, if you're counting likes, comments, shares, people maximizing the video, whatever it is. So just remember, you want to come up here and you want to move it from performance to performance and clicks. And really, an ideal click rate would be a 3% plus click rate, like a 3% plus click rate would be, ideal in many scenarios. So, or more, but 3% would be good. Now, that said, all right, if you don't want to rely just on that method, and you're in a niche where a lot of the audiences kind of got obliterated on Facebook, like the back pain niche. I used to be able to pull up all sorts of targeting for back pain that was really, really hot. A lot of it was medical condition, related, and so they got rid of some of it. But here's the thing: if you're like 40 plus, like, your back probably hurts. If you're 30 plus and you're sitting in a desk all day, your back probably hurts. Hell, if you're in college and you're studying all day, reading books and whatever, your back probably hurts a little bit, even though you're 20, you know? So the good thing about the back niche is, and that's what we've been talking a lot about, is, these posture correctors here. The good thing about this particular product is it has mass appeal. It's got a mass audience, right? There are people that want to use this for preventative reasons, and then people that are using it just because their back hurts. Your body ages, right? Even if your spine is perfectly straight. That's kind of why we chose this particular product. But let's just say that we want to create our own very precise audience for people that have back pain, right? That we know that we could tap into anytime we want and probably generate some sales from. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create that audience faster and cheaper if we use the method that I showed you last week, which is the engagement ad method. Now, the engagement ad method utilizes a different goal with Facebook. Instead of saying, Facebook, I want sales, you're saying, Facebook, I don't care about sales. I want traffic. I want engagement. And so you're still going to get good quality traffic. It's just Facebook isn't going to charge you the premium for it, because there's going to be traffic in there that maybe isn't, showing like a very strong history of leaving Facebook and buying a bunch of stuff. But they do show a very strong history of reacting to ads, which is good. That's, if your ads are getting likes, comments, shares, all that good stuff, then this is a good thing for you. So this is cheaper. It means that you're going to get more clicks, you're going to get more likes, comments, shares, tags, follows, more add to carts. You're probably, for the price of 1,000 to 2,000 views with conversion ads, going to get 4,000 to 5,000 views with engagement ads. I mean, you could literally 5x, potentially 5x the amount of people that see your ads, bringing more awareness to your company, to your product, giving you more data on click rates, giving you more data on add to cart rates, and just, if your ad is going to be good to begin with. So we call this the drip test method, where we tap into the cheaper traffic by just so in case you weren't here last week, instead of going there and clicking on sales in Facebook, what we do is we hit create, and then we come over here, we hit engagement. You could also hit traffic, but engagement is going to be the cheaper version of these ads. Now, what do I mean when I say create your own audience? Okay, so let's dive into now that I've really given you, I feel like, a better explanation of the point of all of this. I want to dive into how you can create and build your own precise targeting. All right. So let's talk about this. We want to launch ads that generate sales. Duh. Okay. We all know that. If you're in a niche where a lot of your really grail targeting got eliminated, and you don't want to rely on the AI out of the gate because you got a smaller budget, then what you can do is you can build your own audience. All right, so build your own. Sorry, my finger's still injured. My whole fingernail's coming off from that injury I had in January. So it's hard for me to write. Build your own precise targeting audiences. I know that's long, but build your own precise targeting audience. Okay. How do we do this? So let's do this in the back pain niche, since we've been talking a lot about that, and that one's taken a little bit of a hit. So in the back pain niche, step one, okay, we want to find a mass appeal product. Now, we know that a great mass appeal product is the posture corrector. Everybody sits with a slump. Like, I don't know anybody that naturally just sits up straight. You might have a condition if you're sitting up straight. It's just not normal to sit. Look at me, I'm bent over right now. All right, so we know that this is going to have mass appeal, okay? Step two is we're going to launch an engagement Facebook ad. And we're going to do it for like 2 days, 2 to 3 days. At a $5 to $10 a day budget, okay? Assuming that's going to get us a decent bit of traffic. You could let it run for even more. Like, I legit will let these drip. I could have a daily drip budget of as little as $1 to $2 a day. Now, what I mean by a daily drip budget is this ad just runs at all times. It never stops. I don't care about sales. I don't look at it. It just runs. And the reason that I let it drip on a teeny tiny little budget every day is because this engagement ad is getting me those clicks, likes, comments, shares, tags, follows, all right? It is maintaining and snowballing and continuously building a precise audience for me interested in the specific niche or category that I'm marketing in. So if I have this really cool little back product, or maybe I even have like a video that just, is a viral video of like a chiropractor cracking somebody's back, which those do go very viral. I'll spend money sending traffic to that video or to that product that gets a lot of engagement, all right? Because this ad that's getting the engagement's not going to get, well, it could get some sales, but it's probably not going to get a lot of sales. The sales are going to come after in part two, okay? So this right here is going to, it's going to constantly build and get engagement. Okay, so this ad that you launch from, let's just say this is your profile photo, and you could call this like your fan page could be back pain back pain care, whatever. That's not the best name, but this is your profile photo here. There you go, boom, that's you. And then you can have like, your body here, and then you've got your ad here. So it could be like a traditional ad that's like a 1200 by 600 or whatever, or it could be like the rectangle ad. And this will be, your product. And then down here, you're gonna have those, likes. Then down here, you're gonna have your comments. Over here, you'll have your shares, and you'll even have tags, and you'll also have people that follow your page. So let me just highlight these hot points: follow, share, like, comment, tag. Okay. So step number 2 is you launch this ad on a small budget. And what you're really doing here is you are getting those follows, those shares, those likes, those comments, and those tags. But as you launch all of those, all right, as you launch this, you let it run on a daily basis. What's going to happen is all of this traffic that you're getting, these likes, follows, comments, shares, blah, 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 these are all going to be dropped into a target audience for you. So these are going to be funneled into a audience. Oop. Come on. Okay. So all of this traffic here, the follows, the shares, the comments, the likes, okay, the tags, it's dropping all of these people in this funnel for you that creates a Facebook audience. So this is going to be your new precise audience. And this is going to it'll build up to, 10,000 plus through 100,000 plus as time goes on, okay? This is your audience. And for you, this is big, big potential money. So what we've done is we have run an ad without the intent to generate sales. We've run an ad with the intent to give us follows, shares, likes, comments, and tags, because Facebook will take all of that traffic, all those fan page visitors, all those Instagram page visitors, all of the engagement, and they will give it to you. And they will give you an audience, a precise audience here. This is your precise audience. And you know that these are people interested in back pain, okay? So these are people that are interested in back pain. So now you're building up a huge audience for very, very cheap of people that are bullseye targeted. I want you to think about that. These people are bullseye targeted. All right. So now what you can do is you can deploy an ad to these people here, right? And you know that if you're advertising to these people, they are only people that have shown interest in a product similar to what you're advertising. Now, why would this be so important for you? Well, Facebook costs for ads on conversion ads are not cheap. They're not, and with good reason. It's high quality traffic, right? You want to drive a Ferrari, you pay for it. Otherwise, you don't drive the Ferrari. And Facebook is saying, if you want our top tier, most premium traffic, you're gonna pay for it, right? Out of the gate. Just want to go sit in the driver's seat. But if you want to cheaply get that traffic at a cheaper rate and own it, essentially, you don't really own it, but you own it within your ad account. This strategy, while it's one extra step, is, I think, the smartest move that you can make. You launch these drip campaigns to these different niches that go viral, get cheap traffic, and are constantly dripping new customers, new leads into your Facebook account for you to target. This is super, super what they call, warm traffic. This traffic legit is on fire. And I mean it literally. When you launch something to this traffic, you're launching, to a very, very, very hot audience that's likely to buy. See, usually what would happen, and this is so old school, but it's so relevant, okay? So let's just say we have an audience here. Put it in a circle, okay? This is our audience. And let's just say that this is, on the keyword back pain, which may not even be a keyword anymore. And it's got, let's say, 30 million people in it, okay? 30 million people. Sound like that. 30 million people. That's 30. Oh my gosh, you're such an idiot, Age. My bro. This is why you didn't do well in school. Duh, 30 million. Okay, you got 30 million people in this audience. But not everybody that's in this audience is going to truly be someone that is passionate about health or really suffering from back pain, okay? You're going to have, and I've always talked about this, people that fall under the category by association. So a like by association. What that means is Samantha over here, Samantha, whoops, she does have no passion. She doesn't have passion, no passion for the health niche. Okay. She has no passion in the health niche, and she has no back pain that she cares about, no back posture that she cares about correcting, but she liked a viral video of a chiropractor. Let me show you how that works, okay? It's getting fun. I love this stuff. It's so interesting. Once you get this, it's going to click. All right, so what do I mean by liked a viral, a viral video? Okay, so let's just say that Samantha's scrolling through Facebook and there's a video that's going viral in the Explore feed, all right, of Facebook, or I'm sorry, Instagram. And this dude comes up. He's got 474,000 followers. I follow him because I have this obsession with watching I like watching these adjustment videos because they're hilarious, because people they have the funniest reactions when their neck cracks or back cracks. And so this dude gets like mad views on his videos. Okay. 474,000 followers. His videos get 13,000 likes, 13.5 thousand, 10,000, 9,000, 12,000. Dude's a good chiropractor. 20,000. So he's getting a lot of likes. Okay. And maybe the person that likes his videos really isn't interested in chiropractic care, but just thought the video was funny because the person's reaction to getting cracked was like really funny. And this dude has some funny reactions. And that's what got me caught on to watching a lot of these. I was like, this is so funny. But also I'm like, dang, I wish I could go to my chiropractor right now and get popped. But anyways, I guess back to the point that I was trying to make is Samantha just saw a viral video and liked it. Now Samantha gets put into this category over here. She gets put in this audience, even though Samantha is not really someone that is interested in back pain or chiropractic care, or health, posture health and whatnot. And the truth is that out of those 30 million people, and I'm just kind of making this up, but you're probably going to see a really large portion of those people be Samantha. Okay, you're going to see these people be Samantha. Let's just call it, 40%. So it could be more, but 40% of these people are Samantha. So 40% are an absolute waste of money. Okay? They're a waste of money. Do you want to waste your money on those 40% of people that are likers by association? They supported a nurse that posted a video, or a firefighter, or a chiropractor, or they just, ran across a video that for whatever weird reason went viral and liked it and then moved on with their life but weren't passionate. They get dropped into that audience because they're associated with liking a video or a post that has to do with back pain, right? And then you have that portion of people that are into health because they practice, right? Be it that they are, an assistant, or they're a back doctor or a chiropractor or whatever. And then you have the ones that actually have chronic pain. Okay. Oop. That is just the worst. I got to redo it. You're going to have the ones that are into the chronic pain, okay, or have the chronic pain. And then you're just going to have the ones in here that, you know, they don't have chronic pain, but they won't or need the product just based off of like them saying, oh, okay, I could use this. I have bad posture, okay? So you're gonna have like, these are the ones, this is your big one, okay? This is the one that still probably will convert. And these are the ones that probably aren't gonna convert, but they're still, you know, pretty related. So you've really only got this piece of the pie here that you really want your ads to get served to. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. This is really what you're looking for. And Facebook's trying to find you those people. But in order to find those people, which is like, you know, what, roughly 30% of the large audience that you're targeting, Facebook has to spend money, right? Facebook's got to come over here. They're trying to get you that high quality traffic. They got to spend money to find you the best of the best of the best, the people that aren't just likers by association to the niche, but the people that are genuinely interested in your product. And that could be expensive because it is more expensive. And you are paying for 1,000 views. And let's just say out of the 1,000 people that see your ad, only, you know, let's just say, call it 400 are relevant, right? So 400, or let's not even say relevant, but 400 are actually your target market. That means that you're wasting, right, over here on 600 other people. They're a waste. It's a waste of money. Does that make sense? So you're wasting money at the top tier price on Facebook when you do conversion ads and you're on a low budget and you're not already dialed in. Facebook has to sift through the crap to find the gold, right? And that's just the way it works. And if you've got a decent bit of money, then you can pop off. You let it go. But when you use my method, which apparently I'll have to teach a bit more next week because I was long-winded somehow, what you do is you kind of trick Facebook into giving you the traffic, the best of the best of the best, at a fraction of the price, because you're going to use these engagement ads where you could get up to 5 times the traffic for the same price. You get 5,000 ad views, right, for the same price. Now, of course, duh, right? There's still going to be, out of that 5,000, you know, 60% is probably going to be the crap, and you know, 40% is probably going to be the good. But the point is you have now a potentially 5x, right? What you get for your money. Sorry, my finger's killing me. You potentially 5x what you get for your money. So for $10, right, you're getting what you would typically spend $10 on, you're actually getting like $50 worth of data in this hypothetical scenario if you're getting 5x the traffic, right? You see what I'm saying? So they flood more traffic. You're still sifting through the bad, but it's cheaper. So you get more. And what happens is Facebook dumps that 40% or 30% or 70% that's good into an audience for you in Facebook. That sizzling traffic, that warm traffic, that desired traffic, that hot traffic, that converting traffic, they're going to drop it into an audience for you, right? And so Samantha, whom we don't care about, you know, we want her maybe to click a different ad in the dog niche that she might buy a product in, but not the back niche. We weed that out cheaper, for a cheaper rate. And Facebook builds and gives us our very own audience. So then what we can do is step 3. Let's get step 3 here. Okay. So step 3 is going to be to launch those conversion ads, all right, to your hot drip audience. Now you're going to pay a premium for these ads, okay? Because just by default, if you hit conversion, you're paying a premium price from what I've seen, okay? But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be hitting the best of the best. These are people that have been vetted by you, by your previous ad. And these are people that you've already done the sifting. You've done the sifting through the crap, through the massive audience that you have to target and wait for the AI to, to separate for you to find the best. You've done that, but you did it cheaper. And you built your very own audience, your very own precise audience. This audience that you're targeting is this audience that you built right here, right? So this audience that you're targeting every day is getting new leads into it, because every day you're letting this ad run on a $1 to $2 per day budget, maybe $5 a day, maybe $10 a day. As you get bigger, generate more sales. So you want this audience to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. And so it's just like it's a hop and a skip. It's really what it is. It's a hop and a skip. You are launching an ad with the sole intent of getting engagement, because Facebook will put everybody that engages with your ad into a retargeting audience for you, or an engagement audience for you, which are the best people out of the big group. Like, you already paid for the people that weren't interested to see your ad but do nothing. So now what you're doing is, when you pay the premium price for your ads, you're only paying that premium price to target those people that saw an ad from you before, that know you, that liked you, that trust you, engaged with your content, and did it in a way that showed that they are interested in the product, niche, or category that you're advertising. And so when you use this drip method to launch your Facebook ads, you take it old school. This is like back in the day, that we would use 2-step methods like this, but now it's enhanced because Facebook builds these audiences for you in a more specific way, which I can get to next week. It's not just a retargeting audience. It's an audience of people that visited your page, a separate audience of people that interacted with your ad, so on and so forth, which we'll get to next week. So look, I'm building you a battle plan. You can take either route. Like, I'm not saying don't do this. Don't launch conversion ads. They're the best. I'm just saying that if you're on a lower budget and you want to get more data faster, you want to figure out in 20 days what products have home run potential faster, right? You want to get 2, 3 to 4 to 5x the traffic for less money, then do this. And once you do this, you've invested in some data that is yours, and you can target it for all of your future products. And that's why it would make sense to let that ad that is an engagement ad drip every day. Let it run every day, $1 to $2 a day, and get more likes, more comments, more shares. Invest in building an audience of your avatar for this niche, the back pain niche. Now, do you have to do this in the dog niche? No, there are plenty of good dog keywords, right? But when you don't see a lot of keywords in the niche that you're advertising in, this is what you do. You build your own audience. You build your own precise targeting list. Facebook will let you do it, right? They took it away, but they'll let you do it still if you do it this way right here. They're not going to give it to you, but they'll let you build it. And that is what I mean when I say evolve or die. You want to target people in the back pain niche. Target 50-plus-year-olds. I guarantee you, almost every 50-plus-year-old probably has had some back pain. Okay? But you're still going to hit people that aren't interested in buying, and you're going to pay a premium for it. So why not build a bigger audience and a younger group of people for half the price? So you'll build a bigger audience of, say, 30-plus-year-olds using this method, because not every 30-year-old is going to have back pain at the rate. The older the body gets, the more common back pain becomes, or neck pain, or shoulder pain, or knee pain, or elbow pain, or the carpal tunnel, or arthritis, right? That's what you have to understand as an advertiser and a marketer when you're marketing to these different demographics, for these different niches, different categories, and different products. Now, again, you don't have to do it this way, but like my goal is to show you how my brain works, what we do in my business, and then help you understand that it's okay, it is wise to invest in your business. Like this is going to pay off long term with future products that you start marketing, because you're going to find another back product and be like, ooh, I want to advertise this product, but you're not going to have an audience. You're going to have to go through the same crap again. Run a conversion ad with Facebook, let Facebook figure out who your buyers are and who the people are interested in that audience. Pay more money, get less data. Unless you've been doing this for a while, then you should already have some data. But if you do it this way, you can build up a bigger audience faster that's actually applicable to the next ad or next product that you run, and the next one, the next one. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better. Okay? So that's it for this week. So this was really a far more detailed explanation of why I think engagement campaigns, are making a comeback right now as a tool to fuel your conversion campaigns. And again, this is an old trick. It's an old trick that works. It still works. So next week, we're going to dive deeper into this and actually like what a campaign structure would look like. I can't wait for that. So I hope you enjoyed this training. In the Facebook group, I'm going to announce a $100 cash prize winner. I love you all. I wish you a ton of success. I hope that you enjoyed this training. It was a more technical training, but a training nonetheless that you needed. And I hope that it brings you back next week so I could show you the final touch of how this could pop off for you and just be the secret sauce that you need to launch that one product that could change your life. All right, that's it. Good night, y'all. I'll see you next week.